Hello everyone, how are you? Today, let's talk about storytelling. But first, let me ask you two questions. First question, what did you want to be when you were younger? Second, what influenced that dream? Let's talk about it later. For now, let's have the story titled The Girl with a Thousand Dreams. This is a story of a girl who had many dreams but wasn't sure what she truly wanted to be when she grew up. Her name is Wendy. When she was young, she dreamed of becoming a writer. She loved reading books, writing in her journal, and creating essays. She always carried a storybook in her bag so she could share it with her classmates. Later, she realized that since she enjoyed sharing stories, she also dreamed of becoming a teacher, standing in front of a class, discussing lessons, telling stories, and becoming a fountain of knowledge. Do you know what fountain of knowledge means? Every afternoon after her classes, Wendy went to her garden. She and her mother kept a small garden full of flowers. Her father, a forest ranger, taught her to identify the parts of a plant, understand the value of each part, and memorize their names. Admiring her father's dedication to the environment, Wendy also dreamed of becoming a forester someday, caring for not just plants, but also trees, both tall and small, to protect the health of the environment. She is a green thumb too, like her parents. Do you know what a green thumb is? As you can see, she had many dreams when she was young. When Wendy entered high school, she saw the CAT and ROTC officers forming a platoon, exercising and jogging every morning inside the school grounds. She admired the women in uniform and liked that they served as reservists for the country while being trained civilians. Wendy aimed to join the CAT when she reached her senior year. Do you know what a reservist is? In the middle of high school, a summer workshop on graphic design and filmmaking was offered in the neighborhood. Out of curiosity, Wendy joined. She was amazed by how technology could be used for creativity. She learned how to edit photos and create short videos. Amazing, right? From then on, she dreamed of becoming a graphic artist or film editor. Are you familiar with graphic design? By her senior year, Wendy passed a test and became a CAT officer with a high rank, second only to the commander. She handled the platoon, wore a uniform, trained every week, and raised the flag of the country. She did it. Now, she planned to join the ROTC in college. But wait, college? Wendy realized that graduation was just around the corner. She would soon have to decide what she really wanted to be. Of all her dreams, which one would she choose? Could she do them all? Wendy looked back at her childhood goals, trying to match her whys and whats with her future. Where would she belong? And more importantly, what path would she finally take? Wendy realized that her dreams don't have to be chosen all at once. Each dream she had was like a stepping stone, teaching her something new about herself and the world. Being a writer taught her the power of imagination and expression. Dreaming of being a teacher showed her the joy of sharing knowledge. Her time in the garden taught her patience and care for nature. Admiring the women in uniform taught her discipline and courage, while her workshop in graphic design opened her creativity through technology. She understood that it was not only about deciding what she would be, but also about appreciating the journey of becoming. Every dream added a layer to who she was and prepared her for the future. Dreams, she thought, are not just goals to reach. They are lessons along the way. What truly matters is the learning, the growing, and the courage to keep moving forward one dream at a time. And with a smile, Wendy whispered to herself, "No matter what I become, every step of the journey makes me who I am." The end. That was the story about the girl who had many dreams. So, let's now go over to the next part and let us now test your comprehension. Are you ready? Let's start. Based on the title, what do you think Wendy's story is about? Again, based on the title, what do you think Wendy's story is about? Which of Wendy's dream is most similar to one of your own, and why? Again, which of Wendy's dream is most similar to your own, and why? Fill in a somebody wanted but so then chart using Wendy's story. Again, fill in a somebody wanted but so then chart using Wendy's story. The sample chart is on the next page. Define fountain of knowledge, green thumb, reservist, graphic design, using sentence context. Again, define fountain of knowledge, green thumb, reservist, graphic design, using sentence context. What advice would you give Wendy as she chooses her path? Again, what advice would you give Wendy as she chooses her path? Last question. How can you take one step toward your dream today? Again, how can you take one step toward your dream today?